So here's a whole bunch of mythical creatures who are having a hell of a time. The 200 million horsemen from Christianity. That's quite a number, huh? You see, the Christian book of Revelation says that when the end of the world comes, first, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse will show up, who you may have heard of, they're pretty popular. But it also says that after those 4, an army of 200 million horsemen will emerge. These horsemen are inhuman beings who wear armor made of fire and brimstone, and they ride horses who have snakes for tails and the heads of lions that also breathe fire and brimstone. Yeah, a whole lot of fire and brimstone going on here. The purpose of this army is to show up and wipe out 1/3 of humanity. Pretty specific. What do you think they do after they're done with it? You think they just look at each other and go, "Alright, boys, looks like we hit our quota. Let's clock out and go back to hell. Maybe watch some Netflix? Maybe some Hell's Kitchen?" Hey, Kenji, help me out. What's a shirokodama? Oh, that's our word for the human soul, which resides in your butthole. Huh? Let me explain. It is said in our culture that the human soul is an orb that is stored inside of Uranus, and if anything happens to it, you die. There are actually some yokai that try to reach up there and take it. Oh, well, that's unique. You ever worried you're gonna poop it out? What? Well, you know, if your soul is literally just a ball inside your butthole, well, what's to stop it from getting pushed out when you're pooping? Kenji, go to the bathroom. No, I don't need to. Dude, you can't keep this up forever. I'm fine, okay? I'm just deeply regretting Taco Bell. Alright, the new Mortal Kombat game finally arrived. Let's play it right now. Let's play it in 3 hours. Hey, you know why Ixion was tricked so easily? He had his head in the clouds. Fun fact! Did you know that some of Mortal Kombat's most iconic characters actually started out as in-jokes? Yeah, the original Mortal Kombat games were co-created by Ed Boon and John Tobias, and since Ed Boon was doing all the programming, he was able to add some stuff in without other people knowing. That's exactly what he did with the character Reptile. He inserted him as a secret character without his business partner knowing. No one else knew until players found it. So with the next game, John Tobias told Ed, okay, if we're gonna put secret characters in, let's do it together. And that's what they did for both Jade and Smoke. But Ed still wanted to mess with his partner a little, so he added a third secret character in, Noob Saibot. And to add an extra layer of tease, he made the character's name the names of the 2 creators reversed as a little haha. Oh, Boone, don't ever change. Wisdom with Mimir. Adopted kids are the only people who can be sure that their parents actually wanted to have kids. Dude, did you build a giant robot? Oh yeah, I call him Talos. I used golden ichor to power him. Wait, isn't that the blood of the gods? Yeah, it's what makes him so powerful. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, but where on earth did you get enough godly blood to power that thing? It's huge. It's actually easier than you might think. You see, my wife's a goddess, and so I get access to certain quantities about once a month. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? Hey, options were limited. That is disgusting! Well, yeah, but giant robot! Hey, you know what Tutmos said when his sister wife kept nagging him? Hey, how about you hot shep shut the hell up? So here's a mythical creature who's got its head in the clouds, the Flying Head from Native American mythology. The Flying Head, also known as That is one of the oldest Native American mythical creatures we know of. The head is gigantic, with long dark hair, terrifying eyes, and razor-sharp fangs. Though there are some legends where it also has wings and bird legs. The origins of these creatures vary depending on the source. Some say they're simply an ancient race of monsters hungry for human flesh, while others say they are the heads of people wrongfully murdered in life who are now hungry for revenge. These heads are very difficult to kill as no weapon can pierce them. However, they're not so tough on the inside. There actually is a story of a woman who killed one by feeding it hot coals. And I guess the creature didn't just spit the coals out as soon as it tasted them. Mythical creatures are dumb. Alright, class, it's quiz time. Now, who can tell me who defeated the Hydra? Heracles. Very good. But who defeated the Minotaur? Theseus? Yes. And who defeated a Cyclops? Nobody. No! Wait a minute. Well, folks, all your suffering is about to pay off. I'm taking us to a land that flows with milk and honey. I'm lactose intolerant. What do you want me to say to that? You got any almond milk? The fuck is almond milk? I have a question about Artemis. Okay, so there's one story where a certain kingdom fails to honor Artemis properly, so Artemis gets really mad and unleashes the Caledonian boar on them, which is, as the name suggests, a monstrous boar, which can shoot lightning out of its mouth. But where did that boar come from? I can't find anything on its parentage, so I don't think she just adopted it like Hades did with Cerberus or Hera with Ladin, so did she create the boar? Does Artemis have the power to create life? I know she's a goddess, but not every god can do that, and there's no other story suggesting she can. Also, the boar shoots lightning, which sounds like more of a Zeus thing. And Zeus has created life before, so did Zeus create the creature and then give it to his daughter? But Zeus's lightning bolts come from Hephaestus, so did Hephaestus build the creature? And if so, why isn't the creature an automaton? Like, it's never said that it's robotic. I'm so confused! Fun fact! I'm sure you know that Norse mythology ends with Ragnarok, the final battle between good and evil, where all the forces of both sides show up. But did you know that there are special ways that everyone arrives at Ragnarok? You see, Ragnarok takes place on a battlefield called Vigridr, and it's an area that I guess cannot be reached on foot. You need to sail there. So naturally, the gods fly there, on a magical ship which sails along the clouds. It was created by the dwarves and is called Skidbladnir, said to be the greatest of all ships, and also somehow has the ability to be folded up into a little cloth and then stuck in your pocket. You may remember that from God of War Ragnarok, though I have a lot of questions, like, which part do you fold over first? The forces of evil, meanwhile, will sail in on their own non-flying ship called Naglfar, which is made out of the finger and toenails of everyone who has ever died. That's disgusting. Just, why? Guys! It's Friday the 13th! Oh, seriously? Oh my god, that is so spooky! I completely forgot about it! Jason Voorhees! My parents didn't want kids! Hey, God, big fan, by the way. Now that I'm in heaven, can I ask you something? Shoot. Awesome. So, I get why Earth exists, obviously, but why are there a bunch of uninhabited planets, like Mars, Neptune, and Jupiter? Oh yeah, those are attempts 1 through 7. Attempts? What do you mean? Well, see, those planets originally did have life on them, but then they made a bunch of stupid decisions, and they eventually died out. Oh, that's sad. Oh well. Hey, what's that you're working on? Attempt number 9. I have a question about Naglfar. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, Naglfar in Norse mythology is a ship that is going to transport all of the forces of the dead to Ragnarok, and it is made entirely out of the fingernails and toenails of the dead. It's also going to transport the giants there. But here's the thing. If it's made entirely out of the combined fingernails and toenails of the dead, how is it going to be big enough to hold all of the dead? Like, for example, if I myself am standing on a ship made entirely out of my fingernails and toenails, I mean, the whole ship would still be, like, that big. Like, so, yeah, I know there's a lot of fingernails and toenails, but it's only for the dead that are gonna be riding the ship, so combined, they should still be way bigger than the ship. And also, they're gonna put the giants on there, so how is it ever gonna be big enough? Is this just some elaborate plan by the gods that this way Ragnarok can never actually happen because the ship won't be finished? I don't know, what do you think? Here's something you might not know about Clash of the Titans. Now, the movie has a ton of really impressive stop-motion characters, but definitely the strangest, most seemingly out-of-place and pointless one was a small robotic owl named Bubo, who didn't really seem needed. I mean, there are robotic birds in Greek mythology, but they're not owls and they never show up in the Perseus story, so why exactly is this guy in the movie? Well, believe it or not, the answer is Star Wars. Star Wars came out just a few years before Clash of the Titans. It was obviously a huge worldwide success, and one character who popped off great with the kids was R2-D2. So the creators of Clash were like, oh, we're gonna need our own R2-D2 in a Greek mythology movie. You know, for the kids. Honestly, my favorite thing to come out of Bubo is his cameo in the 2010 remake.
What is this? Just leave it.
Hi, I'm Zeus, and these are my icks. Number 1. Consent. Like, where's the challenge? If the woman's into it, then what the hell am I getting out of it? You ever been hunting? You want the animal to just lay down in front of you? No, you want to chase after the thing, take it by surprise. And come on, any woman who wants to hook up with me, red flag. Number 2, my wife. Number 3, banging in my regular form. Boring! I'm in this form all the time. This is the form for not doing special things. Banging is a time for creativity, for experimentation. There are so many fun things to turn into during sex. Why should I just be myself? Most of you don't want to be yourselves. Number 4, my wife. Number 5, monogamy. Do you also want me to eat the same meal every day? Wear the same clothes? Why did we create humans if we're not going to make use of them? You know, if I didn't do what I do, you wouldn't have most of those stories you guys like so much. You want me to pet your dog? Yes. May I ask why? Well, see, the dog has 3 heads, so you're one of the only people I know who could, make him happy. You realize I have a job, right? Yeah, I do. You realize the Indian people rely on me. I'm one of the High Trinity here, and now you want me to just drop everything and travel all the way to the Greek underworld to pet a dog. Alright, I guess that's a no. Hold on, I didn't say that. I want to pet the dog. Hey! What did the Undertaker say when he wrote the wrong name on the headstone? I've made a grave mistake!